And that's why I'm saying that. That's why I asked you the question, because even a toxic, as you said, Jose, a toxic Jose, I still think wins you a title this season right now, the way the season's gone. With
my view is
I don't think you'll win it. I think you'll go. I think you'll go down to the last 5, 6, 7 games.
Maybe. So what I would say on that, Lee, is this: Jose Mourinho tried to sign Harry Maguire in the summer of 2018 when he was still the manager and was told no, he couldn't have him. The reason why Bailly gets played less than Lindelof is because Bailly's got a terrible injury record.
I know that. But when he plays, he's a rationale for it.
I wouldn't let a toxic Jose Mourinho run a bath, let alone a football club. a happy Jose Mourinho, I would have kept him. And everybody, and I always said that my turning point with Jose wasn't tactics, wasn't behavior as such. It was when he become toxic. The only reason I'm bringing that up is we go back to the original point we're talking about. Would I wave a magic wand to bring start the season again with a better manager? No, because our trajectory is going up, and it's been consistently going up now for 12 months.
Do you know why it's been going up? Because if you look at your team, Martial's a match winner. Rashford's a match winner. Yes. Bruno's a match winner in a lot of your games.
Yes.
Yeah. Greenwood's a potential match winner and has won new matches. Yep. Pogba's a match winner. Pogba against West Ham. If he hadn't scored that screamer, you would never have beaten West Ham, mate. And that was the first goal of the game. In that first half, he was crap. Why was he crap? Because your manager played him so deep. He was basically like, I don't know what he was doing. He was nearly in goal, bruv. Right. Second half, he moved him forward, or he decided to move himself forward, and he scored the goal. Then you've got what's his name? Can't think of his fucking name. What's his name? Cavani. Yeah, Cavani's a match winner. Now look at Arsenal's team, right? That starts under Arteta. How many match winners are there? The team I agree. The team I just named with that 11, there's 4, 5, 6 match winners in that team. There's 2.
No, you misinterpret me. What you've said about your situation at Arsenal, I agree with. The reason I don't think the same at Manchester United is 2 things. One, we've been progressively getting better over the last 12 months. It's an undeniable.
It depends what you look at getting better, Terry.
I'm doing it based on what you just said. Win, losing, or draws. Win,
losing, and drawing is great, fantastic. Yeah. When it comes to the big moments, and I said this the other day on a stream, these next 2 games for you lot are massive to determine how good Man United actually are. Yeah, because you can now beat Burnley tonight, you're top of the league. Yeah. You've then got Liverpool at Anfield at the weekend, right? They haven't lost at home in 3 calendar years. You are then going there with them chasing you. They've been chased before, and they have been the chaser before, yeah? When they were the chaser, they bottled it. Well, they didn't bottle it. It was relentless. They didn't win it anyway. But when they were being chased, they had the mentality. If you go there and beat them to make it 6 points, then everyone can sit there and gas up Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and say, do you know what? He is changing the mentality of these players, and they're now proper elite.
Let me say on that, Lee. Let me just say that. Sorry. So I agree with that element there. However, I still don't say gas him at that point, because you've got to see it through. You know, it's not how you start. It's,
no, but you gas him for them 2 games when they're the biggest 2 games of your season right now.
You congratulate him for that, and then you want things moving forward. My point of view is this: we have to go back to what we were obviously originally talking about. Is changing what's happened so far this season. Although I would want different results, I wouldn't risk us not being in this position now by undoing everything, starting again with a different manager. And the reason I say that is this: if we go back to the last time we were top and look at the team in September 2017, we believe we had multiple match winners on the field back then. Forget hindsight, looking back, saying, yes, they are. No, they're not. When we started the game, we started against Stoke, and we had Mkhitaryan starting.
Mickey, come back.
But when he first come to Man United, there was a lot of hype about him. Everybody wanted him, right? So
there was at Arsenal. He got a hat-trick of assists on his debut.
So he had 6 or 7 players that people would have named and said they're match winners. We also had a world-class manager, and it didn't work. All I'm judging Ollie on at the moment is, and I'm not an Ollie Inner where you can't criticize him.
Terry, let me just cut you right off. When you said you were last top of the league was 2017, right?
Yes.
How many points did Man City get that season?
100.
Thank you. Yeah, first team to ever do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jose said that. I think you finished second, didn't you? Jose said that was his biggest ever achievement.
Yeah. A year later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The following season, City won it again, right?
Yes.
Next season was last season. Liverpool won it.
Yeah.
Look at the points total in all them. Right now, look at the points total and the level of opposition we're going up against as a league this season. It's nowhere near them last 3 or 4 seasons, mate. And that is why. That's why that for Man United,
relevant
for you to go top these next 2 games. If I'm looking as an outsider, I couldn't give a shit if you win the league, right?
But what's the relevance?
If you go top, you've got to gas your manager to say, do you know what?
No,
when you have to do it. He's done it, but if he doesn't win it, he should be potted anyway because this league's shit. It's like the season Leicester won it. With all due respect to Leicester,
where I disagree with that, it's you. I get that those 3 years, those big wins by City and Liverpool are absolutely amazing. But are we going to work with that same logic backwards and start discrediting champions that won it with 80 points, 70 odd points before? That doesn't make sense. You win the league. No one's going to say if Ollie wins the league.
You can discredit that, Terry. We went unbeaten for a whole season. We had 12 draws. The next season, Chelsea got more points. Their team was better. That's a fact.
But that's we're not arguing whether this Man United team winning the league is going to be the greatest Premier League team ever if we were to win it. We're arguing the manager deserves credit for winning a league. Wenger winning it unbeaten.
I'm not disputing that he shouldn't get credit for winning. I'm saying he should get credit for winning the next 2 games, Terry. Come on.
I know, but this is where I disagree. I would give him credit for winning those games, but I wouldn't overly gas him because there's still a long, long way to go. My point of view of all of this is just what I was saying. We'll go back to the first point. I wouldn't change about a Premier League season. I wouldn't change a single result. I wouldn't change a single moment because there's no way in knowing that we'd be in this point now. If we'd have beaten Tottenham, we might not be top now. People say, well, we would have 3 more points, but you don't know what the knock-on effect and the reaction effect and what the snowball effect is going to be. For me, you are where you are because of it, and I wouldn't undo any of Man United's history this season or any way back to try and win more than what we already have because I'm not
disagreeing with you. People are going to sit there and think this is an argument. I'm not even arguing. Like we're not arguing. I'm just saying the next 2 games tonight and against Liverpool, that will tell me as an Arsenal fan looking at you. Man United, whether this manager is any good, whether he can fire up them players. Listen, I've named 6 match winners in your team, yeah? Right? We ain't got 6 match winners, which is why your level's above us right now, and because you've got a better manager, you know? But at the better manager this season right now anyway, right? Whether he's a better manager or not is debatable.
I get that. And look, like I speak about this a lot on the channel. I know you watch around these internal gateways, and tonight are 2 of the biggest gateways and barriers for Ollie to push this team through, going clear at the top. And then for me, it's getting a positive result against Liverpool. If he draws it away at Liverpool when we're already 3 points clear, that for me is positive because they haven't lost there in 3 plus.
No, see, I disagree with that. Go there and beat them, mate. Stamp your authority and say, yo, now fucking catch us. We're 6 points clear. What are you doing now? Because that will mentally be a massive headache for them.
That expectation's too high. Why? If I listen to the greatest manager of all time.
It's not. You're Man United, Terry. This is my point.
No, it isn't. It isn't. I want to go there and beat them. Yeah. But I wouldn't throw my toys out the pram.
Make sure you don't lose, but go there with the mindset. Because I watched you lot against Chelsea at Old Trafford, mate. That's got to be one of the most boring games of football I've ever watched, right? Neither team wanted to win it. You were both scared about each other. Yeah, and scared of losing the game.
I agree with that. And I agree with that.
That's not a Man United mentality. That was just pathetic.
But as you said at the top of the thing, right? As you said at the top of the show, it's a results business. I want to go there and I want to beat them. And if we sit back the whole game, and so this is where I look at it. If we sit back and try and counter, but we do what we did with Jose about 4 years ago, where our counter attacks have 2 players in because we're too scared to commit, I will be frustrated. I will be annoyed, even with a draw in a game like that, because we didn't try to win it. If we try to win and we lose, I'm less disappointed.
I'll give an example, Terry, right? Because there's a lot of people in there saying, "Oh, they've been unbeaten for 3 calendar years. You're expecting Man U to win." I'm expecting Man U to beat them, and I'll tell you why. Because if they go top of the league tonight, that's in Liverpool's head that we're now chasing again. The last time they chased, they fell short. Yeah. So that
That's a fair
again
point.
plays in their head, right? Then you go there as, yo, we're Man United. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you've won it last
Lee,
season. Don't care if you're the champions unbeaten for
I
3 years.
hear that, bro.
You then go there and you say, we're beating you. Look at Jose Mourinho with Tottenham. They were stoppage time away from nicking a draw. They have only got 2 match winners in that team. You've got 6.
So, bro, listen.
And let's have it right. If Son had Bergwijn's chances, they would have beaten them.
So let me just unpack what you've said there. I agree with you. We should go there with the mindset to want to beat them. We agree on that. That should be the Man United standard. Like I said, the way we perform tells me whether or not we're trying to win. Not counter-attack football is a methodology to win. We did it for many years on the third.
It doesn't matter how you perform. Just win the game.
I get it. But what I'm saying is how you counter-attack is key. I've seen us counter-attack. If you counter-attack with 1, 2, maybe 3 men in your counter-attack, I don't think you're trying to win. You're going for a draw and not to lose. If you counter-attack in numbers, you're giving it a go. That will determine my satisfaction levels of that game. Any kind of win, I'm going to celebrate. But
if we go, win? You think you'll beat them?
No, I don't.
You think you'll win the league?
No, not at this point. I don't have because of the things you've said. It's about getting.
No, but this is the thing, Terry. Right? And this is why I'm saying the next 2 games determine whether your manager can get the best out of your squad. Because for me, looking as an outsider in, you've got a squad this season right now capable of winning that league title, because Liverpool are decimated with injuries. They're not playing great. Salah, somebody put a stat up earlier on one of my streams the other day that Mane had gone 10 games without a goal. Yeah, recently he'd gone on a 10-game streak. And also only 6 of their 37 goals in the league this season have not come from their front 4. Yeah. So
let me just
stop them, and they don't win games, mate.
Your last point and unpack it all again, like I was saying. So, do we have a squad that's good enough to win the league this season? Potentially, in technical ability, yes. Mentality of the squad and the manager, I don't know. Moments like tonight, and the Liverpool game on Sunday are going to give us a big indicator as to whether or not that's possible. So I agree with you on that. There's no doubt about it. I've said for weeks now, Man United's issue right now isn't technical ability and tactics. It's the mental strength to get over the line, especially in the current campaign that we're in. Back to the point about trying to beat them this weekend. My view is this. I want to beat them. I want us to go there and try and get the result, but not beating them isn't the be all and end all for the grand scheme of the season. It's how we perform, how we come out
after that. But it's a massive psychological boost to go there when they've not lost for 67, 68 games in a row at home. 100%. You go there 3 points clear of them and go 100%. And fuck them up.
What I won't do,
they're now 6 points. That's totally
Lee, bro. I totally get that. But if we win tonight and we go there, we go for it, but we only get a draw, that isn't going to make me throw my toys out my pram and say, that's it, I'm done with
3 points and 6 points is massive in the grand scheme of things, Terry. Yeah, especially when they've got players.
What I'm not going to do is throw the baby out with the bathwater if we don't get.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not, Terry. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you're Man United Football Club. You're one of the biggest clubs in the world. You've got a manager, in my opinion, shouldn't be anywhere near your football club as the manager. You've got a squad of players that on this season could win the league and have a chance to win it. Could. But the next 2 games show how good this manager potentially is and how good he can manage your team. Because if he gets his starting lineup wrong and you get piped at Liverpool, I think he'll beat Burnley tonight. I think you do it kind of comfortably, maybe 2 or 3, Against Liverpool, I know exactly what he's going to do, bruv. He's going to go there. He's not going to try and attack. He's going to take a 0-0, hope to get a win, 1-0 win at the end. That's not the Man United style of play. And that,
Lee,
do that when you potentially stick them in the mud.
Where I disagree slightly, when people say that isn't the United way, I've read Sir Alex Ferguson's books and watched many conferences, been to events where he spoke about it, and his approach when challenging a title-winning season, when it comes to playing what he then called the top 4, because there wasn't really a top 6 when he was around, was aim to beat your top 6 rivals, your top 4 rivals at home, and you are happy with the draw away. Okay,
so why did your fans hate Jose then? Because that's exactly what he did.
Well, but listen, that's not me speaking, though. That's them.
No, I know that.
I never had an issue. I never had an issue with Jose.
Jose did the same.
Yeah, but I know he did. But this is the point. Man United fans will flip-flop their opinions based on their agendas that do exist against people. So I'll give you an example about Ollie, about it. A lot of the Ollie outers were also Jose outers on socials because I've been following their accounts. That's fine. That's their opinion. They're now coming back and saying things like, I don't know why we're praising Ollie for maybe going top because we've got less points at this stage than Jose had in the City season when we ended up coming second. So he hasn't even improved us. But it's like you weren't, and they start praising that team under Jose, but you wanted that team out. Now, my standpoint is the same now as it was back then. I said going after Jose for being 20 points behind the title winners was wrong. City was just ahead of the curve when it came to us. We were on the upward trajectory. What did Man United fans do? We threw the baby out with the bathwater, went for Jose. The board listened. They started cutting his legs off. They didn't let him sell players and buy players.
Yeah.
Jose then goes toxic, and it falls away. Then what do? We have to start and rebuild again. And I know what's going to happen. If we sacked Ollie today, in 12 months' time, we might start to improve again because the new manager is going to come in and it's going to be rebuild. I want to change these 3 or 4 players, new diets, new training.
Let me ask you a question, right? If you knew that Ollie was coming in after Jose, would you have kept Jose?
Knowing what I know now?
No, just like if you had known Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was coming in with a record of managing in Norway, relegating Cardiff, would you have kept Jose?
No, because he'd become toxic and he had to leave. The relationship was broken down.
That's a bold statement, bro. Let
me unpack that more. If we could go back to January of 2017 before it went toxic,
I
would want to go back to there and I'd like to rewire people's minds and let Jose continue on his path. What I wouldn't do is keep Jose from the May 20. I'm a liar. I think it was 2018. Sorry, January 18 onwards. I'd go back from that point.
But this is where I totally and I see so many people. This is an Arsenal fan, by the way. I am an Arsenal fan.
Lee, one second, go back and get this out.
The Europa League,
one sec, bruv. This is what I would say. The Jose at Man United from March 2018 onwards, I would sack every day of the week. Before that, I would keep because once Jose goes toxic, you can't keep him. Did I want Ollie to come in and be the manager? Was he on my shopping list of managers? No, he wasn't. But that isn't the point now. The point we're in right now is the trajectory is going upwards. We're winning more games than we've done for a long, long time. And we're at the top of the league. I wouldn't change that right now for the world because one thing nobody can guarantee me is that we're going to continue to get better under a new manager. Even a better manager.
No, but at the same time, you just admitted a couple of minutes ago or a couple of seconds ago that Jose wasn't getting back. They wouldn't sell players. They wouldn't buy players, yeah? So hang on. Based on that, they backed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with an £80 million fridge, yeah? And let's be real, I'm not one to mug off other clubs, bruv. That geezer's fucking bang average when he's playing with Lindelof. When he's playing with Bailly, he looks levels. So why'd you keep playing him with Lindelof? That's down to the manager. If you had Jose in there, do you think you would have signed Harry Maguire for 8 million? Probably not. You probably would have gone with Bailly and somebody else. Maybe Bailly and Lindelof. Maybe Bailly and Tanzabi. And that's why I'm saying that. That's why I asked you the question, because even a toxic, as you said, Jose, a toxic Jose, I still think wins you a title this season right now, the way the season's gone. With my view is I don't think you'll win it. I think you'll go. I think you'll go down to the last 5, 6, 7 games.
Maybe. So what I would say on that, Lee, is this: Jose Mourinho tried to sign Harry Maguire in the summer of 2018 when he was still the manager and was told no, he couldn't have him. The reason why Bailly gets played less than Lindelof is because Bailly's got a terrible injury record.
I know that. But when he plays,
that's the rationale for it. I wouldn't let a toxic Jose Mourinho run a bath, let alone a football club. a happy Jose Mourinho, I would have kept him. And everybody, and I always said that my turning point with Jose wasn't tactics, wasn't behavior as such. It was when he became toxic. Why did he become toxic?
What do you mean by toxic, though? What, just hanging players out to dry? Or
hanging players out for dry?
Okay, so let me ask you this then. When Frank Lampard, when we played Chelsea the other week, and he's screwing his face up in his interview afterwards and hanging out Reece James for fouling Tierney.
Wrong.
Yeah. Do you think that's wrong?
Wrong.
So do you think that's toxic? I'm not trying to have a dig you. I'm not trying to make you look a prick on your own show. I'm not.
I do.
Like,
I do.
I'm in the debate, and I've got to go in a minute because I've got to be on another show in 7 minutes.
You and mates. This isn't
come on. But this is the thing. When you're saying he's toxic, what does that even mean, bruv?
Okay, so I can explain to you.
Go and look at Jose's win record, right? You could potentially say that Ollie's is better right now. But guess what? Ollie's got a miles better squad.
Yeah, that's hindsight, bruv. Because when Jose had his squad, the same Man United fans calling for him to be sacked said, this current squad we've got could win a league with a manager.
What? Jose won the Europa League and the League Cup. This manager ain't winning you fuck all, bruv.
Yeah, and he might not. And I'm not, listen, bruv, I know you've got to go in a second. Ollie is not a better manager than Jose. But nearly every manager in the better...
Is a toxic Jose worse than Ollie?
Oh, yes. And we know that.
No, I disagree, man. Come on.
Listen, do you know how
Jose still lightly is better than Ollie,
bruv. There's proof in this in the Premier League. Look at the 3 seasons where Jose had gone toxic with his squad. The 2 seasons he got sacked at Chelsea and his final season at Man United.
He's toxic. That was just them fucking prima donnas at Chelsea down in tools. You just gave me Eden Hazard's stats about an hour ago, bruv, yeah? Right? Yeah, right. That game has done nothing for Madrid. No, but bruv, because he's a moment in the zone player. Willian has done
when he's toxic.
Cesc Fabregas is finished.
Nah, bro. Jose when he's toxic and his team aren't playing for him, the board and him are arguing, he's outing people in public. Look at the performances of his teams. Look at the league positions during the moments that's going on. That's not. But Sam Allardyce is better than him when he's toxic.
Nah, you man, come on.
Yes,
I would take a toxic Jose Mourinho right now over Arteta.
I know you guys do. I love this show. Great debate. Great conversation.
You're chatting waffle, bro.
Is people being negative in the comments? Look, me and Liam,
I don't even care. Fuck the chat. If you're getting told you're clueless and I'm rinsing you on every comment, I'm getting told I'm a raging alcoholic and that I'm a fucking Man United fan, twerking for Man U.
And this is the point. Everyone is going to have a different view and opinion. Some people will agree with Lee, some agree with mine.
Yeah, come on, listen, who cares, man? At the end of the day, Jose Mourinho, even a toxic, as you said, Jose Mourinho is stratospheres better than Lampard, Ollie, and Arteta combined. Yeah, fact.
No,
that geezer won you 2 trophies. Ollie will never win you a trophy, bruv.
Not when he was toxic. When he was toxic, we were struggling.
Ollie's not toxic and keeps losing semis, bruv. He needs Viagra, bruv.
Ollie, listen. We wouldn't have got to a semi with toxic Jose. So there we go. But listen, everyone who's
he won you the Europa League and he got you to a
toxic, but not when he was toxic.
Doesn't matter. When you look at the legacy of Jose Mourinho at Manchester United, he wasn't backed, as you said, at the end, and he's goes down in your history, Europa League winner, League Cup winner. League Cup winner, Europa League winner. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer go down as the man who made Harry Maguire his captain.
Lee, my man, he only didn't get backed, and he stopped winning once he gone toxic. When he was being backed and when he was winning, it was when he wasn't toxic. So you can't compare the 2 things, bruv.
It doesn't matter because you know what? In 30 years' time, Terry, when we're 30 years' time, when we're sipping it up on a yacht in the Caribbean because we've made so much money off of profiting off all these losses, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're sitting there, fuck the Stella, bruv. We'll have the fucking Dom Perignon.
Dom Perignon, 150 banner. But Lee, listen, you're a legend. Thanks for coming on. Everyone who tuned in, thank you. Love you too, bruv. The link to Lee's channel is in the title. Go follow it now. Hit the like.